All right, family, this is Dick Dix with Red Line Radio. We broadcast routinely either using this technology or we just stream live on the radio. Either way, we're trying to get that message out of why it is very important to vote in the upcoming midterm elections. We are working hard, as you can see, for 45. And we're working to make sure that the will of the people is not overturned and ushered in with democratic mob rule and arsonists, as the president would call them, because that's exactly what they are. They absolutely have been destructive pre and post Kavanaugh, and they simply have made every effort to remove this president. And it started with an operation during candidate Trump's run, and it turned into a coup d'etat since he's become president. Yes, it's a coup. We are actively witnessing an attempt to overthrow a sitting president. No one wants to say that on mainstream media, but I'm going to say it. So with that in mind, we must be aware of where we are. There's a lot of things happening right now, and there are a number of devil advocates trying to tell us something different, like the mainstream media, who is often pushed to say whatever, do whatever, to maintain their way of life, if you will, keep the money rolling. Entertainers, the same. Comedians, they do the same. Actors, movie makers, everyone, if you say anything about this president, you get to have some money. Well, all these talking points are pushed out there through the mainstream media in a subliminal and open way. And you can take, for example, the latest jab at Kanye West. And that's really important to have this short discussion about that. It's really important to have a discussion because on CNN, they literally had 3 guests on Don Lemon's show, and 2 of them were African Americans. It could have been more than that, but I don't watch CNN, but I'll scroll through looking for my daily digest, and it definitely isn't mainstream media. But the point being is that there were 2 of them, and 2 of them being African American male and African American female. I don't even want to mention their name, but I can tell you they're Clintonites. They have been actually surrogates before the 2016 and after the 2016 election. So these individuals were on Don Lemon's show, and they referenced Kanye West, and the brother said, and he's not even a brother, he's just in skin tone, he says that Kanye is an example of a Negro that does not read or think or whatever he wanted to say. But then the sister chimed in and she wanted to say some, get one up on him. You know, they want to see how they can say the worst things. It is example what I just said. They just want to say anything, all things are on the table, because guess what? They'll get another invite. They'll get to go on TV, and then they'll get to go on The View, and they can say these outrageous, silly, racist. And they say, how can a black man be racist? How can a black man? Yeah, they've been taught that way. You see, and this is what you call Sambos of our time. And those of you who really don't know what Sambo is, and many of you do, but it wasn't Uncle Tom who was the bad person. It was Sambo. Sambo was always trying to keep someone on the plantation. You get it? Always trying to keep you on the plantation, and he would tell the slave master. Uncle Tom, on the other hand, was always trying to give the slaves cotton so they wouldn't get whippings. Do your history, do your research. Well, here's the Democrats trying to keep us on the plantation when America has received notice that we can come out now. We can be free. You get it? We can be free to think. We don't have to hide our religion. We don't have to pretend to be non-binary. You know, we don't have to do these things. We don't have to be worried about say, oh, Mary, he or she, or we don't have to be worried about that anymore. See, all those things, those shackles have been removed, but they want to reinsert those procedures and regulations so that they can govern us. And that's what Democrats want to do, It comes in a form of liberalism. And that liberalism is really socialism. And so you got the Democratic Socialist Party, or the Socialist Democrats like Andrew Gilliam running here in Florida. You got Alexander Ocasio, she's running. I mean, look at them. They're out. They're way left. And what they want to do is replace this system that we're in right now. What does that mean for us? Truly, what does it mean? It really means that they're no longer Americans. They're anti-American because you want to get rid of a system. They want to throw out the Constitution. They want to throw out the rules of the game and introduce new rules so that they can continue on with their criminal enterprise. Well, we got to stop that. And the only way we can do that is the ballot box. When we're talking about the ballot, they're talking about bullets. That's right. You saw what happened to Steve Scalise, the congressman. Now they're in the streets. The mob is running crazy. I'm talking about a habitation of devils. I know it. I'm excited about it. Maybe I'm using some inflammatory statements, but that's what it is. We got to speak truth to power. And these individuals want that power. And the power that they want is that which they can now turn on the American people. They want to control us. They want to manage our lives, bedroom, boardroom, healthcare room. They just want it all. We can't give an arsonist any matches. Isn't that what the president said? So in essence, I want to say that again, this broadcast was really, I'm ignited because of what Don Lemon allowed on his show. He allowed that guy, that black guy, to call Kanye a Negro who don't think because he support the president. And what you basically said is that anybody that support the president is someone who can't think, especially if you are of another hue. See, and that's just sick. And what it really is that you're the Sambo. You and that sister. Y'all all be married. Y'all spirits is married, right? And what you're really doing is trying to keep everybody on the plantation. And it's the same old thing every 4, 6 years, 2 years, presidential year. You want to use identity politics, push people over to the LGBTQ side, indoctrinate us, re-educate us, set up these schools for re-education purposes so that I have 2 mommies, 2 daddies, all that crazy stuff. Yeah, that's right. And some of you want to just sit back here and say, oh, yeah, well, you're black. This is how you should think. You're a woman. You can't think this way. You're a man. We don't even like you. And this is what it's come down to. And that's all the Democrats have to offer. They don't offer any policies. Look at the inner cities. All they offer is subsidies for housing, Section 8. All the inner cities around the nation is plagued with crime, overrun with drugs and unemployment and health issues. And you, Democrats, want people to continue to stay the course of that. Well, tell you what. Hashtag walk away. I walked away a long time ago, 2012, actually. That's right. In 2016, I voted for my man. And the truth is, I'm a MAGA man. 45, we love you. You're doing an outstanding job broadcasting all the way from Florida. And if you're ever in town, please give us a call, redlineradio2@gmail.com. Redlineradio2. Go DeSantis, go Republicans, and let's give a red tsunami. With that, have a good day.